Do you want to get into property investing, but you can't get the funds for a deposit or you can't get a mortgage? Then make sure you keep on watching and I'll show you a way in how you can invest in property without having any money. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. Before we get started, please hit that like button. It means a lot. But yes, in this video, we're pretty much going to touch on how you can get into property investing without putting huge amounts of money forward. So if you do struggle with getting a deposit, saving for a deposit, or you can't get a mortgage get rejected, or you just don't want to be dealing with a hassle, you don't want to have a mortgage, you don't want to rent a property, deal with tenants, deal with repairs, bills, etc., but you still want to invest in property, then I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that without inputting large amounts of money into a house. And pretty much we're going to do that by using a real estate investment trust, also known as a REIT. So in this video, I'm pretty much going to touch on what is a REIT, different types of REITs that you can get, pros and cons, and also where you can also buy REITs. So what is a REIT? So pretty much a REIT is a holding company for real estate. So pretty much it's like a company that holds a portfolio of properties and they basically rent them out. So the biggest one I can describe is Realty Income. So that is a company and they hold huge amount of industrial or commercial properties and they pretty much rent them out to pretty high companies, so such like 7-Eleven, Asda in the UK, so stuff like that. So big supermarkets, that's who rents out Realty Income properties. So something like that, it's a company that holds a mass portfolio of properties and they rent them out then to obviously customers. So that's what it is. So they can earn. So they not REIT is pretty much in a they normally have a certain sector. So like I said, Realty Income is mainly like commercial properties. So like I said, they have like supermarkets, the biggest ones. Other companies could be housings, stuff like that. So there's different ways on how they can make their income through rent or interest, stuff like that. And the best thing is with REIT is by law they have to pay out a certain amount of profits to their shareholders. So the more shares you hold in this company, they got to pay you a certain amount of their profit to you for holding these shares, and there is a magical number of how much they have to pay you, and that is 90%. So with a REIT, 90% of their profit they have to pay you, being a shareholder of that company. So there are two types of REITs. So you got equity REIT and then mortgage REIT. Equity REITs, pretty much all their income is coming from rent. So pretty much all their income they get for their business is through rent. So yeah, with that equity, again, like I said at the start of the video, that is a broad sector. So it could be a shopping mall. So if it's a shopping centre, pretty much if that company owns a shopping centre, every shop in that centre is paying rent to rent that shop out. And pretty much that company is then earning that. Same with offices. If they earn a office block and they rent out floors or offices, then all that rent from each office in that office block comes into that company, and obviously you get paid out 90% of the profit. So that is equity. That is a pretty solid and secure REIT to invest into. And a mortgage REIT is pretty much they buy mortgages, and then they earn their money from the interest from those mortgages. So this one is a little bit more unstable. As you can tell with mortgages at the moment and house prices, they're currently up and down. Everything's crashing at the moment. So as you can tell, mortgage REITs are not the way to... You can invest into them, but like I said, they are unstable. I would invest myself into just normal REITs. So we're going to touch on some pros now of owning REITs. So the first one is basically, if you are already investing and you invest in healthcare, energy, stuff like that, this is just another one to devise your portfolio, spread it out, and getting into the, let's say, the property sector. The other one is dividends then. So dividends is what they pay you. Like I said, it's 90% of their profit. So that is a big amount of money you will get. At the end of the video, I will show you pretty much what companies pay. Most of them pay out monthly, and how much you could be earning by earning or owning certain amount of stocks in these companies. Good long-term performance, especially a lot of them, like the ones I invest in, they've been growing their dividends and their portfolio for over 30 years. They're pretty much almost a dividend king. So like I said, every year they have increased the amount of money they're paying out to shareholders, and they haven't had a drop off or stop paying dividends a year. And I think Realty Income is the biggest one that everyone knows about in the investment world. They pay out monthly. I think they've been paying out dividends now for over 30 years, and they've been increasing their dividends every year for over 30 years. So that just shows you every year your money will just keep on growing, and pretty much your money's just sat in the background doing nothing. And one of the biggest pros is a low barrier to entry. So instead of buying a house where you need probably £50,000, 50k, at least 25% deposit. So let's say at least 30k deposit for a house. If your house is about 150k, you'll need solicitors. If you need to renovate it, stuff like that, any home improvements, little bills like that, it all adds up. So you'll need at least £50,000 saved up before you even buy a house. With a REIT, you can invest with as little as £1. So you can start investing into REITs with as little as £1 a week or a month, and now just keep building. And like I said, each share you hold, you get paid 90% of the profit that company makes. So where to buy a REIT? Pretty much you can buy them anywhere on any of the investment platforms or apps out there. Personally, I use Trading 212. You can find my link below in the description. If you do sign up today and deposit some funds, then you will get some free shares when you click on that link and sign up. So yeah, like I said, there's other platforms you can use. If you're already investing, then great, just jump on there, do your research. It might already have some REITs on there or some kind of REIT section. Like myself, I can go on mine, Train 212, go on investments or whatever, scroll across, and there will be REITs there, or there is pies with REITs already built in. But again, like I said, do your research online, type it in, just Google like the best REITs to invest into. Loads of videos on YouTube, just to give you an idea which ones to invest in. That's been around the longest. Like I said, Realty Income is probably the top one, everyone's go-to, everyone's portfolio I see online, they all have Realty Income in it. And like I said at the start of the video, it's pretty much paid out dividends and also increased their dividends for the last, I think, 30 years. They've never dropped or missed a payment. So that just gives you an indicator on how strong that company is to invest into. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, you don't have to have a huge deposit or a huge amount of money to invest into property. You now have another way that you can invest into property and grow that portfolio going forward, and hopefully that grows big enough where you can withdraw your dividends and hopefully buy properties like housing going forward down the line. But definitely a way to get into property investing if you have little to no money to start with. So again, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.